Hey all, and welcome back to Fuzzy Ducksy Gaming, and a video quickly showing how to craft +2 strike gloves. Now firstly, if you have a pair of gloves that you cannot recraft and you need to get +2 strike on them and they don't have any strike on them yet, you need to roll Grand Embers on the gloves to hit +1 strike and then go to step 3. If you already have +1 strike, go to step 2. If you just need a +2 base, to be honest, I would recommend just buying them from trade if you can pick one up for less than 6 Exalts. Or look into the beast crafting the gloves, the links in the description to the video showing this method. Now these gloves are not cheap to craft at all and are likely to cost anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5x depending on your RNG. So if you do have the currency and you want to try it, let's jump straight in. So moving on to step 2 of the process, you want to roll your gloves with a Grand Ember to remove the +1 pierce or whatever mod you had and get a higher level mod. Doesn't matter what the mod is, you just need it to be a higher level mod than your +1 strike. Now there's a chance you'll lose the mod. If this happens, you need to roll +1 strike again on the gloves, but this time using Grand Embers. Don't use lesser or greater, it will end up more expensive. Then go to step 3. Now if you didn't lose the mod, you need to elevate it to tier 4 using Orbs of Conflict, and this will get you to the same tier as the Grand Embers. Ensure that each time you try to elevate the mod, you roll a higher level ichor onto the gloves first. Doesn't matter what it is, you just make sure when you're trying to elevate strike that the other mod is higher. Now once a strike mod is at tier 4, then we're going to go on to step 3 and all the crafting methods will meet at this point. So it's at this stage you start using exceptional ichors and you put these on your gloves to get a tier 3 Eater of Worlds mod. So you should now have +1 strike at tier 4 and a random Eater mod at tier 3. Use an Orb of Conflict on the gloves with the aim to get the strike up to tier 3 and knock the Eater of Worlds mod down to tier 4. And then once complete, there's just one step left. We now use another exceptional ichor to get the Eater mod back up to tier 3. So you should now have gloves with tier 3 +1 strike and a tier 3 random Eater of Worlds mod. And then it's at this point we're going to take the big gamble. So you essentially cross your fingers and hit with another Orb of Conflict. You're either going to elevate the +1 strike to +2 or push it back down a level. If the gamble fails, just keep using the Orbs of Conflict until it becomes +2 strike. And that's your gloves nearly finished. You now just need to roll your +1 pierce node back in, or whatever implicit you were using, back on the gloves using lesser ichors, which are very cheap at the moment. Now, this is a warning. There is still a chance that you can end up with no strike at all, because you could have your tier 4 mod, you could use Orbs of Conflict and it can go from 4 to 5 to 6 to nothing. That's why, to minimize the risk, always make sure that Eater of Worlds mod is higher than the Exarch mod where possible, or on a level pegging with it. And that's why I recommend, if you can recraft the gloves, then I would just buy the +2 base if you're not that confident in crafting, or look to see if the beast crafting method is actually going to work out cheaper, although those beasts are quite expensive at the moment. That's it for this video. Really quick one. Hope it helped. Take care and see you in the next one.